Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Now, the Motorola One series has typically focused on one aspect of the device. The latest in this lineup is the Motorola One Macro, which adds a new macro camera at the back. This one also comes with 4 cameras in total at the back of the phone. And here's our review for the Motorola One Macro. So let's start by talking about the camera, since this is the USP of the phone. Now in total, there are 4 cameras at the back. There's a main 13MP sensor, there's a 2MP depth sensor, and another time of flight sensor, again to improve the portrait shots. The macro camera is right on top, and this is a 2MP camera. Motorola claims you can get as close as 2 centimeters with the object thanks to the macro sensor. The macro mode I found was a bit of a hit and miss and an exercise in patience. It does require ample lighting and fares better when the room is well lit or when you're taking it outside. You also need to be completely still for the focus to latch on, because that can be an issue at times. I found that it worked better with still objects than say with objects like flowers or even small flowers which tend to move around a little bit. Even the slightest wind can mar the macro experience. So when I took photos of say flowers or chilies, I got really mixed results because at times the focus just would not latch on. However, when I stuck to fixed objects like say the pencils that you're seeing on the screen, it was a much better experience, though I must point out that this room had ample lighting and extra lighting was also turned on. Once you start zooming into these macro images, you do feel that the shots are a little smudged out, but then hey, this is a budget smartphone. I quite like the portrait mode on the Motorola One Macro. It appears to be quite accurate even when it comes to edges, though it does struggle a little bit with hair. The main camera also works well provided you have good lighting, but in low light I would say the camera performance is below average. Now, the phone has a glossy gradient finish at the back and the blue does look stunning, but yes, it does get covered in smudges quite easily, and yes, this is a plastic body. Motorola One Macro has a 6.2-inch HD resolution display, and while this is good enough for video consumption and even gaming, though it might not always look the sharpest, I feel the display was a bit too reflective, especially when you're using it under bright sunlight. The phone runs the MediaTek Helio P70 processor, and it comes in only 4GB RAM and 64GB storage variant, which is good to see. It can handle your daily tasks quite easily, and there was no lag or app crashes as such. Even keeping multiple tabs open on Chrome did not cause any problems. But when it comes to games like Asphalt 9, you can see a bit of a lag in the phone. This one comes with a 4000 mAh battery, and in the box you get a standard 10-watt charger. The battery size means it will easily last you a day with heavy-duty usage, and you can push it beyond a day if you're using it moderately. So Motorola One Macro is the cheapest option in this year's Motorola One series so far. Now the phone's USP is the macro sensor, and it does let you get very close to objects in order to take photos. The results are a bit of hit and miss, but then this is a budget phone. The performance is not bad itself, but if one were to pit it against say a Redmi or a Realme phone, then the Motorola One Macro has a tough time standing up.